Hello, welcome to my second season of my Leeds United career mode. I know it's been a while since I put out the second season here, but I had a few things come up. I am going up to college in a few days now, so I was getting myself ready for that and doing what I needed to do to make sure I was ready for that. But once college starts, I hope to get a more consistent schedule. I'm aiming to probably get his new season out probably every 2 weeks or less. So hopefully you guys enjoy. But um, yeah, before I get into the highlights, I wanted to show off where we finished in the league, how we did in the cups, and all that type of stuff. So as you can see here in the standings, we finished very well. Finished in fourth, total of 74 points, which is a big improvement from last year. I believe last year we finished in like 10th or 11th or something like that. So, very big improvement here. We'll be playing European football next year, which is nice. Gives us a little bit more cash to work with. Three teams getting relegated: Fulham, Burnley, Norwich. So, I'll probably look to scout some players from them, see if we can pick up some quality players. But I still try to keep things realistic here. So, moving into the cups, first cup, FA Cup, as you can see there, Manchester City winning the final. We did decently, made it all the way to the sixth round against Brighton, where unfortunately we lose 2-1. But the real shocker was that, yes, as you can see there, the Carabao Cup, we won it against Southampton 2-0. We had a relatively easy, I would say, path to the final, starting in round 3 up against Carlisle United. We won 3-2. Fourth round against West Ham, decent opposition, but we beat them 3-1. Quarterfinals against Wolves, another 3-1 victory. Semifinals, this is probably the toughest opponent we faced. We had to come from behind. As you can see on the aggregate, we made it 3-3, and we won on the penalties. And in the final, we completely blew Southampton apart, 2-0. Don't worry, I'll have highlights of that in the video as well. So, and yeah, that's all for the cups. I didn't really change up the formation, so this is pretty standard for what I use this season. Patrick Bamford and Kalimuendo rotating in at that striker position. Rodrigo is a start as well. Brendan Aronson also occasionally getting a start in as well. Sinistera, I actually like Sinistera this season. He did pretty well. Great improvement from last year. I definitely saw the difference. So I'm thinking of keep him around for a new season, for next season. Melier, I think realistically, if an offer comes in, he will want to move to a bigger club. So I was scouting for some goalkeepers. I only added this formation for the 4-2-2-2. The only difference with this one was that instead of the CDMs here, I put center mids. I felt like we had more fluidity, and we just played a lot better using the 2-seat center mids there instead of the 2 center defensive mids in this formation. So I think I'm going to stop using this one and use this one for next season, and we'll go from there. So with that being said, we can go into the stats for the season. Top appearances, Patrick Bamford, 46, as expected. He's a top goal scorer for us, I believe, as well. Ilian Melier coming in with 44. That's not too bad. He did get hurt for a couple. I think he was out for 4 or 5 weeks, so I had to bring back one of the goalkeepers I set down on loans, and he did pretty well, so not too many complaints there. Top goal scorer, like I said before, Patrick Bamford, banging in 17. Rodrigo coming in with 15, not too bad. And coming in third, Arnaud Kalimuendo. Assists, Patrick Bamford getting 12. Sinistera coming in with 6 assists. as well. And like I said, he had a better season than he did last year, so I think it was probably just first season jitters or something like that. Clean sheets, Melier, 17 clean sheets from 44 appearances. So I believe he was also the keeper of the season as well for the Premier League, so that was good to see. And moving into the stats for the Premier League as a total, Mohamed Salah coming in with 25. As expected, he's a very good player. But Bamford was in there at 11th with 15, so it's not too bad. Assists, Patrick Bamford in a second, just barely missing out to De Bruyne's 14 assists on the season. And like I said, Melier, 14 clean sheets, wins the Golden Glove, and he was also the keeper of the season as well. So with that, we can move into the highlights. All right, starting out these highlights, we have this first game against Burnley. Rodrigo gets played in behind. He drives forward. He slots the ball home. He opens up the scoring 1-0 against Burnley. However, they would get a goal back here thanks to Ashley Barnes playing in Cornet here. Plays him through. Just nobody marks him up. He finishes there. But we would get a goal back. Dan James runs down the side there. Crosses it in. Finds Rodrigo. His header's too powerful to stop. And we take a win over Burnley. Next game we have Norwich there. Bamford plays in Rodrigo. He's on fire. He's got 3 goals in 2 games. And we would add it on another thanks to Patrick Bamford getting by his defender. He shoots, he scores, and he secures the win over Norwich. Next game, we have Newcastle. Patrick Bamford assists Brendan Harrison. He runs through, he scores. We open up the scoring. However, we would get another one thanks to Brendan Harrison. Fantastic cross in, finding Jack Harrison on the volley. Fantastic goal. I love that goal there. We take the win over Newcastle. Fantastic ball in from Mark Roca, finding Patrick Bamford against Southampton. He shoots, he scores. But Southampton, good play from them. They just slice open our defense, and I was indecisive. Melier should have came out, but they capitalize off the mistake and secure a draw. Next up against Tottenham, Tyler Adams plays in Adam Buska. Buska shoots, he scores, he gets his first goal for the club. Not for the club, this season, I believe. However, another very jammy goal here. Harry Kane playing it to Son. He scores. They salvage a draw. Next up, we have Norwich again. Matthias Glitch playing in Jack Harrison, who does well getting behind his defender. He shoots, he scores. He opens up the scoring. And we would get another one, though, thanks to Kali Muendo. He drives. He does very well getting by his defender. Nice little finesse shot. And he secures the win over Norwich. Patrick Bamford versus Southampton here, finding Rodrigo. Rodrigo just slots the ball home. He opens up the scoring, 1-0. We will get another one. Rodrigo this time assisting Patrick Bamford. He runs through on goal. Of course, he's finishing from there. And we take the win, 2-0. Crystal Palace is next. Kali Muendo gets played in behind. He's pacey. He's got speed. He finishes. He opens up the scoring. And we take the lead 1-0. However, Crystal Palace will strike back. Just terrible marking from us. Wide open in the box there. Of course, they're going to capitalize on our mistakes there. However, after that goal, we just really turned it up. Fantastic ball from Sinisterra to Firpo. Firpo squares it across to Bamford. He slams it home. We take the lead again. However, we were not done there. Patrick Bamford finding Kali Muendo. Takes a little touch from his head. Slams it home. We extend our lead to 3-1. Last goal here, Kali Muendo gets a brace, I believe. Mark Rucka to Bamford. Yep, Kali Muendo gets by his defender, drives in, slams a shot home. We take the win. The Carabao Cup final against Southampton. They could have opened up the scoring here. Good defense from us. Bodies on the line. Great save from Melier. Tyler Adam clears. Patrick Bamford playing it to Rodrigo. Rodrigo finds Luis Sinisterra, who opens up the score. We take the lead over Southampton in the final, 1-0. This next goal, Jack Harrison just floats up a little cross. Pascal Struik sees it all the way. He gets his header in the back of the net. Southampton really amped up the pressure. Nice little free kick in this dangerous area. However, Jack Harrison sees it all the way. We clear. I was in total defense mode. They just kept peppering our goal, but good stops, great defense from Melier there, and we win 2-0 against Southampton. Next up, we have Brighton. Patrick Bamford gets played through. Nice little volley. He opens up the scoring, and he takes home all 3 points from that. West Ham is next. Fantastic bit of play there. Great shot. Nothing the keeper can do about that. But we will get a goal back thanks to Tyler Adams playing it to Klitsch. Rodrigo gets by his defender. He shoots. He scores. He equalizes for us. However, that equalizer was not enough. Just terrible defending. They just run through right to our defense, and West Ham would take home all 3 points. Oh, they wouldn't actually. We managed to secure a draw. My apologies. Kali Muendo gets by his defender. Salvages a draw. Super sub Kali Muendo. Only goal in this Aston Villa game. Kali Muendo plays it to Bamford. Bamford shot is blocked, but Kali Muendo is there to score. Next up, we have Blackburn. Rucka plays it to James. James does well getting the ball and unleashes a ferocious shot. Nothing the keeper can absolutely do about that. This is just a mess of a goal, but good pressing. The ball ends up at Aaronson's feet. Of course, he's finishing from that range, and we take the win over Blackburn. Next up, Burnley. They equalize. They score first. It's always Burnley. They're 18th, I believe. We should not be conceding first against a team like that. But Dan James does well, creates space, floats in across. Bamford sees it. He nods it home. He salvages a draw for us. His final game up against Chelsea here. Bamford does well, driving into the box. He shoots. He scores. He opens up the scoring against Chelsea. But Chelsea would strike back with a goal. Mount plays it over to Havertz. Havertz plays it to Conor Gallagher. Gallagher slips it past Melier. They equalize, but 10 men Chelsea. Of course, we're going to find an equalizer, and Patrick Bamford secures the brace and the win over Chelsea. Alright, now that the highlights are done, I was just going to run through the squad here real quick, show you guys which ones I thought did well, which players improved, which players didn't really impress me, and which players I'm letting go for next season. So starting off, we got the 4 keepers here. Danny Vanden Heuvel, sent him out on loan, +4 to his rating, decent. He's one for the future. Kiko Casilla, 36 years old, Spanish, 66 years old, 66 overall. He was never really going to get into the first team anymore, so I'm letting his contract run down. He'll go into the free agents, and well, because I didn't give him any playing time, he's angry and submitted a transfer request. But Christopher Clausen, 22, Norwegian goalkeeper, +2 to his rating, 68 overall. This was the keeper I was talking about that I had to bring back from loan because Melier got injured, and I didn't really trust Casilla to be the first choice goalkeeper, so I decided to recall him. And Clausen actually did pretty well. He surprised me, kept 1 clean sheet in 5 appearances. I think he probably lost only 1 or 2 games. Pulled out some great saves, so I'm definitely going to keep him around, be the second choice goalkeeper. Melier, fantastic player, 23 years old, French, 85. And like I said before, I think if a big offer from a big team comes in, I think I'll let him go. Realistically, I think that's probably what he's going to do at this point. 85 overall. So I'm probably looking at getting either a young, promising goalkeeper for next season, or bring in somebody that's older, a veteran maybe, somebody that could be the first choice keeper for a couple of seasons while Christopher Clausen and Danny Vanden Heuvel get higher in the ratings. Junior Firpo, first choice left back, Mr. Reliable. I don't think I got any complaints about him. 80 overall, +2 to his rating. He's a decent player for us. I'm excited about Gary Lambert here. He's 19, Irish, 68 overall, +5 to his rating. I know he looks, he's got that little porn stash going on, but I liked him. I gave him a run out during a few games. He did fairly well, so decided to give him a couple tattoos, thanks to Pfeiffer's realism mod. So I think these tattoos just add to the immersiveness of the career. So I think the tattoos fit him. Josh Tyman, 24 English, 74 overall. He was a decent second choice keeper. Not keeper. Apologies, I meant left back. He's decent. I think if an offer comes in from probably like a championship squad or somebody lower than us in the Premier League, I think I'll let him go. He's still at a young age, so I don't know. He's got 3 years left on his contract, so might loan him out. Might not. I don't know what to do with him, but he was all right. Liam Cooper, 31, Scottish, 77 overall. He was all right. He didn't get as much playing time as last year because a lot of other players just improved, and they're younger and they're higher overall. He was 31, so this might be his last couple seasons here at Leeds United. Leo Helde, Norwegian, center back, 19, sent him out on loan. Charlie Cresswell, 20 English, 71 overall, sent him out on loan as well. I think next year I might keep him around, depending on how well he does in the preseason, but he might impress me enough to keep him here for a rotational role. Robin Koch, 26, German, 81. He was all right. I didn't have really too much to say about him. Diego Llorente, 29, Spanish, 80. I liked him. He was pacey a little bit. He was strong. He's got 73 pace, so he's not super quick, but he's not slow either. So he was strong. He was Mr. Reliable. Pascal Struijk, 23, Dutch, 80. He got a lot more playing time this season, especially with his 80 overall. I think I trusted him more than Liam Cooper, who was a 77 overall. So I think Pascal and Robin are going to be swapping positions next season. So not positions, I mean roles. So rotating in between each other for being that second center back. Diego Llorente is definitely the first choice for me. Cody Drama, 21, English, 72. Send him out on loan. Depending on how well he does in the preseason, I might keep him around. I don't know. Might send him out on loan, or if an offer comes in, I might transfer him away. JB Shackleton, 23, English, 77 overall. I think I'm definitely going to keep him around next season, especially with Luke Ayling getting up there in age, 31, 79. So I think Jamie might be a good second choice right back for us. First choice obviously is going to be Christensen. He's only 25, Danish, 82 overall. So definitely the first choice. Did pretty well. Sent a good cross. He was a good crosser of the ball into the box, and as you saw in the highlights, he often found Patrick Bamford. So moving on to the center defensive midfielders, we have Tyler Adams and Mark Roca. These were the two that I played the most. Tyler Adams and Mark Roca. I made sure to rotate between the two of them, as they're both Mark Roca's got 2 years on Tyler Adams, but they're the same overall. So I wanted to keep things fair, and they really want to upset either of them because I think they're good. They're a nice fit for this team, and I'd like to keep them around. Adam Forshaw, I really only played him during the cups, but he's all right. 31 English, 76 overall. But like I said, he's getting up there, so this might be his last couple seasons here with Leeds United. Taylor Byrne, 19 English, 67 overall. I think I'm definitely going to loan him out for next season for sure. Same with Jack Jenkins here. He's 21 English. And Tanner Sullivan as well. I might look to transfer one of these guys. I think we might have too many center defensive midfielders, but depending on who does well in the preseason, I have no idea who I'm going to transfer. Left midfielders, we have Luis Sinisterra. Like I said earlier, he really improved this season, so I liked him. Definitely going to keep him around. Dan James, good player, pacey, really pacey. I liked him, definitely going to keep him around. Boga's 21, Polish, 72. I think I'll loan him out. We have a lot of left midfielders and wingers, so I don't think he's going to get into the team anytime soon. So, same with Pasquale Jones, 18, English, 69 overall. Definitely going to loan him out too. He's still young, so he's got time to improve his game and eventually get into the first team. Jack Harrison, I liked him a lot as well. 26, English, 83. I played him either on the left and right hand side, so he could play both positions there. So he's a good player for us. He's definitely the first choice winger. Moving into the center mids, we have Chris Durkin, 23. I brought him this year. I think realistically, well, he's a American from MLS, so I think realistically Leeds might bring him in. Not him specifically, but an American from MLS, probably due to Jesse Marsch being American. But I also brought him in because Klitsch is 33 years old. Same with Dallas, he's 32. So both of these players are getting up there in age, and I think Chris Durkin will be a good backup until he could take over as a first team center mid. And speaking of Thais Klitsch and Stuart Dallas, very good players. I rotated between them as well. I have no complaints about either of them. So, Lewis Bate, 20 years old, English, 72 overall. I think I'll loan him out. Actually, I might keep him around for a little bit. I think realistically, Klitsch is probably going to be retiring next season, so keeping Bate around for a rotational role could probably be beneficial. Apostolos McCarthy, 19, English, 70 overall. Definitely going to loan him out. Hopefully he can improve his overall. I haven't really used him too much, so can't really say anything about him. Tyler Roberts, I liked him. He would come on as a late game substitute, and his pace really wreaked havoc on tired defenders' legs. So 77 overall. Wales, still young, from Wales, so he's going to be a good player, I think, for us. Brendan Aronson, with his +4 to his rating, he found himself to be starting a lot more now. I liked him. He's got good playmaking abilities. Not much to say about Juan Mata as well. 35, he's retiring this season, so he was good for us. Last season, he didn't really get too much playing time. I don't think he got any two appearances. So Rodrigo, 32, Spanish, 80 overall. He's getting up there in age, but I think he'll still be a decent player for us next season, so I'm glad to keep him around. Scott Keating, haven't really used him, but he had a massive bump in his overall, so I think I might keep him around and use him a lot during the preseason, get a gauge on how it feels, and hopefully he might get into the first team. Sisenko Somerville, 21, Dutch, 74 overall. I think I might transfer him out. I don't think realistically he's going to get too much playing time with us here, especially with Scott Keating up and coming as a younger prospect. So Mari Miller, I'm probably going to loan him out, but if a transfer offer comes in, I might keep him around. Ross Gardner, I used him a lot towards the end of this season. He asked to get promoted from the youth academy, and I did, so gave him a couple runs out. 7 appearances, 1 assist, no goals. It's not too bad. He is getting loaned out next season. Same with Jack McKnight. I haven't really used him too much this season, but he's one for the future, I believe. Ian Poveda, 23, English, 72 overall. I think I'm probably gonna loan him out or transfer him next season. I don't really see him getting too much playing time next season. R9 Kalimuendo, 21 French, 80 overall. I used him a lot. I often would comment on if Patrick Bamford's having an off day, so he was pacey. He was able to finish the ball well, so I liked him. Sam Greenwood, 21 English, 72 overall. I think I'll probably loan him out next season as well, so hopefully he can improve in his overall. Ryan Edmondson, I think I'm definitely going to transfer him. He's 22, 64 years old. Doesn't seem like he's going to get too much higher in his rating, unfortunately, so it's probably his last season here at Leeds. Patrick Bamford, 29 English, 81 overall. Mr. Reliable, Mr. Goal Scorer. 46 appearances, 17 goals, 12 assists. He did it all this season, basically. And I think because he had such a good season, I would attribute that to our high finish as well. So, Adam Bliska, 26 Polish, 78. I think I might transfer him out if a reasonable transfer offer comes in for him. So, I think this might be his last season here at Leeds too. I didn't mind him. He did all right. I don't have any complaints about him. So, Josh Hins, 18. Definitely going to loan him out next season. Hopefully he can improve even more in his overall. And last but not least, we have Joel Gelhardt, 21. He wants to get loaned out, and I can see why. We have a lot of strikers all vying for playing time, and I think he's still 21. I think we can get a few more overalls out of him if we loan him out. So that's all for this week's episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any suggestions, comments, transfer suggestions, just leave them down in the comments below. So I look forward to reading them, and have a great day.